Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of the Chocolate Shack. Inshallah, today I just want to give a quick word about positioning ourselves in the company of the elders. You know, when we walk into a room and you see the elders, people who are older than yourselves, people who could be your mother's age, or they might be your grandmother's age, your father's age, or your grandfather's age. There is a respect factor that's involved. Learn how to be submissive to the elders. Learn that we can't have opinions about things that we barely know, or we can't have opinions just because we're who we are. I have an opinion about a subject when you're in a room with the elders who hold PhDs and have doctors in front of their names, or people who have life experiences that are not only a lifetime, 2 lifetimes, and sometimes that are greater than ourselves. You have to learn how to fall back and be respectful about those who are in the room. I know we have social media. I know we have all these outlets where people can jump on, like myself, YouTube, and say anything we want to say and have our opinions. And we expect that because it's coming from moi, it's coming from me, and I think I'm so smart, right? I think I'm so cute. I think my life is so valuable that I have something that I could tell you, and you're supposed to listen to me, right? I know that that's how people are rocking and rolling nowadays, right? Because it's so easy to put your opinion out to the world and not have it checked, or not have reality, quickly grasp your opinion and toss it into the wind where it should be sometimes, because it's not valuable. It's not worth anything. Just because an opinion comes from you or comes from me doesn't mean it's valuable. And it's especially not valuable when you're sitting in a room with people who have the knowledge, who have the information. That's when you're supposed to come into the room and be quiet. Hush. This is when your elders tell you that God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. That you should listen doubly to the amount of the time that you speak. That's what the elders were trying to tell us. When a person is a master of his or her craft, and you know that you're not, this is something that you're just breaking into, or this is something that you're just learning, or something that you're excited about. When you walk into the room of those persons who are the masters, hush. Learn how to be quiet and allow yourself to be taught by the master. You may not like everything that the masters say. You may not like even the delivery of the masters. But that's something that should be pushed to the side so that you can get the kernel of what it is that the master's trying to deposit on you, right? The seed that the master's trying to plant into the mind and into the soul, so that you could be better, not for the master's edification. It's so that we can be better. When you walk into the room with the masters, learn how to be quiet. We have a tradition from one of the great grandsons of Prophet Muhammad, Imam Muhammad Baqir, on him be peace, who said, make it a habit when you walk into the room and you see the people about and the scholars, people of all types of different stripes and ilks from different parts of the world, etc. People amass themselves in a room. He said, learn how to make yourself small. Find somewhere quiet and come in easy and have a seat. Don't make a scene of yourself coming in. You have to come in all the pomp and circumstances, want everybody to know who you are. Learn how to be quiet. Come into a room and have a seat. And then you look about and you start to learn, and you start to take in anything that's valuable for yourself. Some things you may not like, you may not find value in. Then you just leave those things off, leave it alone. But when the people in the room are old enough to be your mother, your father, they're old enough to be your grandmother and your grandfathers. And these are people who have studied their craft to the fact that they can put doctor in front of their names or PhDs behind them, and you're not there in life, then you need to be quiet. And you need to have a seat in that room and learn how to be a student and get taught by the masters. Just because you can put your opinion out there and just say to a room, I have an opinion, doesn't mean that your opinion is worth a goddamn thing. And we have to get, the gray beards, right? The white beards, we have to tell y'all this. Just because you have an opinion, don't mean it's worthy. And you don't have to speak it out, especially when you're outclassed. So I want to bring this out to the young ones today to remind us now that everybody has a place and everybody has an opinion, but all opinions are not equal. And I think we know that if you live a quarter of a century, by the time you live a quarter of a century on this big blue marble we call the planet Earth, you should know that. So let's humble ourselves when we walk into a room of the masters. Person is a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, could be a master barber, a master beautician, master bricklayer. They know about buildings, they know about angles, right angles, etc. You don't know that, then you don't have an opinion about telling anybody how to build a house. You need to just sit down and be quiet and learn from those who have built homes. If you are not a person who's married and raised a family, then you need to be very cautious about how you're telling people how it is they need to be married and raising families. If you don't have a woman and you're a man walking about sitting in the company of married men and you have an opinion about married men and their wives and their families, and you're not married, you're not holding down a wife and a family, then you need to hold your tongue. We don't hear anything you have to say. And vice versa to these women, right? You have an opinion about issues that you know nothing about. Just because you're a woman doesn't give you the right to have an opinion, and you could be and can be criticized. So learn how to fall back. Humble yourself when you're in the room with the masters. So that'll be my message for today. I pray that you take that in the spirit that I gave it, which is always in love. Anytime I say anything, I'm always giving it to you in love. Even if I have an axe to grind, as one of my elders told me, brother, when you give a speech, oh man, you act sometimes like you have an axe to grind. And sometimes I do. All right. But if I have an axe to grind, believe it or not, that axe is being grinded in love. Okay. It's nothing but love. So take it as I give it in love and concern for my tribe, for my clan, for my nation, and for the world. And I really mean that. I love y'all. If you like this episode, please do me a favor and push the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel or you just came across this somehow, please subscribe. And let's build out this channel and have these conversations back and forth. And if you want to leave a comment, you don't like what I said, or if you did like what I said, please leave a comment in the comment section so we could talk about it. Y'all take care. Peace.